Nation! What's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It is our post-game reaction show after a huge must-win game up against the Houston Texans, 38-20. And I want every single one of y'all right now down in the comment section spamming just one baby. Let's go. I can't hear you. This was a must-win game for McDaniels, Carr, Josh Jacobs, the entire squad. If you rep silver and black, if you rep that shield, this was a game that you needed to have. It was a close one. Raiders were down 10-3. You go into halftime tied 10-10, and then from there on out, the Raiders absolutely dominated this game in the second half. Derek Carr, 21-27. 241 yards, 1 touchdown. Jacobs, clearly your MVP. Everybody spam 28 in the chat. 20 carries, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. Davante Adams, 8 receptions, 95 yards. This was a full-grown man performance, but you just got to face the facts. Josh Jacobs is on a whole nother level this season. As far as I'm concerned, I'm kicking myself in the ass right now, not giving Jacobs his 5th-year option, and now you're going to have to pay him $12.7 million because you gotta. I don't care what you say. Josh Jacobs deserves to come back next season at $12.7 million on the franchise tag. He's your best player right now. Crosby's playing incredible. Davante Adams is playing incredible. Does anybody disagree with me saying Josh Jacobs is your best player right now? Didn't think so. Pay that man. And when they do, I hope that you all hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because we're going to go live. We're going to party it out here. This has been an incredible live show. This has been unlike anything I have ever seen before on this Raiders Report show. Raiders come away with a big win. We have people like Steven Montanez, Wild 114, Buddy Bear, Hellcat, Raider Ron. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. MVPs of tonight's show. Hit that subscribe button. In terms of Derek Carr, he did look a little bit shaky in this game. You're going to look at the numbers here. You're going to see 21 for 27, 241, and a touchdown. He did. He looked a little bit shaky, but you know what? We got it. He did enough. He executed enough, picked up 3rd downs, picked up 1st downs when it mattered the most. He didn't need to do anything crazy. He just didn't have to turn over the football. And that's what happened. You won the game. Davis Mills, on the other hand, 28 of 41, 302 yards and a 2 touchdown. Personally, I don't think Mills played that bad of a game. The issue is, when it came down to it, Raiders were up 31-20. Davis Mills drops back, throws the ball. Beautiful pick here by Duron Harmon. And realistically, most of the game, the Raiders secondary got picked on. I thought the Raiders secondary did not have a good game. Anthony Averett got torched for most of the game. But when it came down to it, Duron Harmon stepped up. Huge pick 6, 60 yards to the house. Essentially closed the deal, 38-20. Davis Mills had a good game. The Raiders were better. And this is a game, though, that you absolutely positively have to win. So go down to the comment section right now. We're going to make this the pinned comment on today's show. So you're about to get hit with the YouTube ad break. Scroll on down and let me know. The Raiders MVP versus the Texans was Josh Jacobs, 28. Jacobs, Josh. I don't care what you put after a performance where he had 155 total yards, 3 touchdowns. If you don't spam 28, if you don't spam JJ, Josh Jacobs, whatever the hell it is, shame on you. Spam 28 right now. I mean, look at these Raiders stats versus the Texans. Total yards, 400 yards. Passing, 236. This right here. If this doesn't make you grow a little bit down south, like I'm talking about, your girlfriend looks at you and says, babe, you can't wear gray sweatpants. 164 rushing yards. 3rd down efficiency, 4 of 9. Penalties, 5 for 4. I don't think McDaniels had a great game overall. He was better in the second half. You got to give him credit. Also, there was multiple times this game where it was like 4th down and 1, 4th down and 2. You put the offense out there, and all you got to do sometimes is just put your offense out there. Give it a threat. Texans are going to jump off sides. They did. They jumped off sides, gave an extra set of downs, resulted in points. I am going to tip my cap to Josh McDaniels tonight and say he did a good job. Patrick Graham, on the other hand, wasn't great. Total yards, 404. Passing, 296. 108 rushing yards, 9 of 15 on 3rd down. Penalties, 3 for 14. This is one of those games where you got to leave feeling like, you're all right. We won the game. That's great and all. But you know what? There is still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to go on. Now, here's the thing, Jeremy. I'm really excited to be able to do this. The Raiders won the game. So not only are we going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus from BetUS, and listen to this deal right now. Listen to this deal right now. I don't know which bottle that is. It this? We got it. All right, y'all. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders. Promo code Raiders125 for 125% deposit bonus. And for first-time BetUS users, because we got that Raiders dub, we're giving you guys free Raiders jerseys. We got Raiders jerseys for Chugs tonight. We got Raiders jerseys for me tonight. Here's the thing. We're going to hook you guys up with jerseys too. So, if you're a first-time BetUS user, you put down $100, you get $125 for free to bet with. And then on top of that, we're going to give you an extra Raiders jersey for free. If you're a first-time BetUS user, email me, jersey@chatsports.com for the details. We got all sorts of jerseys, man. I mean, we do. All sorts of Raiders jerseys, whatever you want, email me, jersey@chatsports.com. If all you need is the details because you're drunk, like me, like Chugs, and all you heard was free jersey, wait, there you go. See that link right down there? Jersey@chatsports.com for the deets. All right, let's keep this post-game reaction show rocking and rolling. Raiders get a must. It's one of the biggest wins that I've seen. I mean, you needed this one. You absolutely, positively needed this win. It wasn't pretty, but you won by 18 points. In a game where I can sit up here and say that, you know what? In a game where I can sit up here and say, it wasn't pretty, but you still found a way to win. That's what good teams do. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like this Raiders team took a step in the right direction in the second half. They were sleepwalking in the first. You look at that first half, sleepwalking. You're like, hey, you, wake up. They didn't do it. Second half, they came out. They were prepared. They did what they needed to do. And honestly, man, they executed offensively, defensively. Could not be more proud of this team in the second half. It's a game that you should win, but not every win is guaranteed, and this is a game that they won. That's huge, man. Huge, huge, huge. Raiders get the win 38-20. All right, y'all, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so. And I see Hellcat saying, y'all owe some drinks. Oh, I know. If you're watching this live, we are going to party the F out tonight. If you're not, it's all good. We're going to have a good time. All right, here's the Raiders' upcoming schedule. You beat the Texans. You got the Saints next week, who are now, I believe, 2-4, right? Maybe 2-5. Either way. Jags, they're coming off a game as well. So the schedule that you guys see on screen right now, this is more based off of what they were when they were entering Week 6. So just please keep that in mind. Overall, though, like you got the Saints, who they just lost on Thursday Night Football. They got 10 games to be able to prepare. You got Jacksonville. It's another very, very tight game there. So overall, from top to bottom, you don't have to go through the rest of the schedule because it's not right. Overall, though, this Raiders team needs to be ready. You can't take any game for granted. Now you got to be able to prepare for the Saints. And I get it. You're 2-4. But for the Raiders, you got the Saints, winnable game. Jacksonville, winnable game. Colts, winnable game. Denver, Week 11, winnable game. Week 12, Seahawks, winnable game. Chargers, Week 13. They're all winnable games. J.C. Jackson went down today with an injury. So how about this? Don't show that. I want you guys to think about overall from top to bottom. If you're going to show it, you got to change the name. So Derek Carr tonight was okay, right? Overall, when you think about it, he had his ups, he had his downs. I do think, though, DC was able to execute. How would you grade DC tonight against the Texans? A, B, C, D, or F? The reason why I ask this question is because a lot of times after a game, people ask, okay? Y'all ask, hey, how did Derek Carr do? I'm going to give him a C grade. He was efficient, but there was definitely times where he got happy feet. C grade might not be fair. I'm going to give him a B minus. How about that? A B minus grade. B minus grade for Derek Carr. There were definitely opportunities where he could have been better. He made a very few questionable calls, but at the end of the day, he didn't shoot himself in the foot. And I don't give a shit if Derek doesn't put up big numbers. Yeah, I thought he'd put up a lot more numbers than he did. See this? I don't care how you look at it. That's all I care about. So for the Raiders here, you win 38-20. Jacobs is dominating on the ground right now. And Derek just continues to show that, hey, he can be a game manager. And that's okay. If you can win games being a game manager in the NFL, you're going to go a long way. Now, if you guys want to interact with me on social media, whether that be Twitter, Instagram, Venmo, I mean, I had people like Wild One, I won't release your real name. Wild One on Venmo, Ron Stanley, Raider Ron, shout out to all y'all. We get people like Savannah Jean, Patrick B. They're always hit me up on Venmo. I actually like Venmos more because it allows us to do more with the channel. So if you guys ever want to Venmo me, give me your love for the show. I appreciate it. And if you're watching this live right now, I promise you this, we are going to party tonight. This is a big win. I wanted this win for a long time. I felt shitty after the loss to Kansas City. This one feels good. It does. Feels great. So we're going to party tonight. So if you guys are ready to party, put your drinking pants on, get some drinks out. Oh, I see how many drinks we owe. Believe me. I tell you this right now. I see how many drinks we owe, and we ain't leaving until all of them are done. I don't care if they got to carry me out. I don't care what has to happen. We are partying tonight. We're going to end. Raiders win 38-20, go to 2-4. Long season ahead. If you made it this far and you believe, spam Real One for life.